Alright guys, it's March 1st, 2014. First week of my diet is complete. I'm 240 right now. I'm doing a back workout. So for this back workout, I started off with wide grip pull-ups. Did about 15 reps to warm up. And normally I like to start off with pull-ups just to warm up. I mean, there's a few different back workouts I do. One, I emphasize more on width, on thickness with rows. When I emphasize width, I do a lot of pull-ups. This particular workout was more rows for the most part. But I did start up with 3 sets of pull-ups at different angles. So right there, I'm just finishing up with the pull-ups. A couple more. Alright, then I went straight to the medium grip. Now for the warm-up, I didn't take too long in between sets, about 45 seconds in between, just to get the blood flowing. Last one, and for the final angle I did underhands. So for this one I did about 6-7 reps, and then I went straight to my actual workout. Now pull-ups I think are one of the best exercises for back, and just like anything, when you tweak different angles you're going to hit the muscle differently. So if you're used to doing pull-ups or a certain exercise the same way, just try switching the angles or maneuvering your hands differently and you'll notice a change. Alright, so for this one, the first actual exercise I did was the overhand barbell rows. And for the first set, I didn't go too heavy, 135 just to get some blood flowing. Did about 10 reps. Alright, form's pretty good. Then I went straight to 225. I got another 10 in there. Now when you train heavy, you tend to use a little bit of momentum. And that's okay in moderation. I mean, right now my form is still pretty good. When I put on another 50 pounds or so, you're going to see me at the end just use a little bit of momentum. It's not the end of the world to use momentum, but you definitely want to limit it. Like I said, it should be on your heaviest sets, and it should be done in moderation. So even though I'm using a little bit of momentum, I'm still focusing on my back, which is the primary focus right here. Alright, so for this set, it's a drop set. So I went pretty heavy. So in order for me to get the most out of the workout, I did as many as I could with the heaviest weight, put it down, took off 20 pounds, completed a few more reps. So that was 295. This right here is 275. Now I'm gonna knock out a few more reps. Alright, and then I'm gonna finish off at 225. Now after doing something like that, 225 feels a lot heavier too. So just keep that in mind when you try something like this. Alright, so for the last set, the last part of this drop set, I just knocked out a good 4 or 5. Alright, the next movement I did was a TBar Row. Now this is a pretty good machine. There are a few machines I've used in the past that's a T-bar. This is probably the best one. Like, it's a great angle. If you notice, the toes are pointed slightly up, and that's because when you initially pull it up, it's almost like a deadlift. And if you're using a lot of weight, you can put a lot of stress on your lower back. But with that angle, you don't put too much stress on your lower back, especially on the initial lift. So that's why I like this machine. I never really used it too much, but I just used it for the first time about a few months ago and I liked it. So I decided to use it on this workout. Alright, so I'm here at set 3, still getting it in, still making it look easy. But a different way you can do the T-bar rows with the actual barbell. And this is the way I used to do it for the most part. Where you stick a barbell in the corner of the gym, use a V-bar grip, and then you put the handle right in the middle of the barbell, and then after you pull. Same type of motion, same concept, just a little different free weight. Then I went to the dumbbell rows, one arm at a time, of course, and you can use different angles. Me, I like having my hand at the top rack. Some people like having it on a little higher surface, a little lower surface. This is comfortable for me. And if you notice, the side that I'm actually rowing with, that leg is back. So when I did the left side, the left leg was back, and vice versa with the right side. So right now this is about 130. I'm warmed up, so I went right into the heavy dumbbells for the first set of dumbbell rows. And then I went right to 150, the heaviest dumbbells they had. Now this could be a little misconceiving for some exercises. This is one exercise where it may look more impressive than it really is, but if you notice, my form is still pretty good, slow and controlled, and not using too much momentum. This is one of the exercises though, you probably see people throwing around heavy weight and they're not getting too much out of it. If you notice, I always let my arms stretch all the way down before I bring it up and contract. So that's another tip for you. And towards the end, I didn't videotape this part, but I did a lot of burnout tests with machines. I just